proud to be sponsored by Diamond Bright, the car care products that have been keeping the Furious fleet looking their best for a long time already. To find all you need to keep your car clean and protected, follow the link below to diamondbright.co.uk. Well, hello, welcome to Sunday the 25th of October. I hope you're somewhere warm and dry, because right now it's pretty miserable out there. This is a quick introduction to the video you're about to watch. Well, I hope you do watch and stick around with it, because as I mentioned on the last live chat, I've got two new regular things starting on the channel. First of all, on the last Friday of every month, so this coming 30th, I'm planning to do a live chat. So I'll still do the morning upload of a car review, but in the evening I'll do a live chat for everyone to come and say hello and make a comment, that kind of thing, if you would like. And if that keeps proving popular, which it has been so far, I'll keep that going. Secondly, new thing I'm doing as a pre-record at the end of the month, the last week of the month, so coming up later this week for Patreons and channel members, there is like a behind the scenes Q&A, what's going on kind of video that I'm recording and editing and doing like a nice job, or a job on. This one you're about to see came out at the end of September for channel members and Patreons. Okay, this is the first one, so it's not a huge amount to see because it's the first one. We haven't really got everything going yet. There's a few behind the scenes what's going to happen, which you may well have seen now if things panned out. One thing I did mention in the video was the fact I'm now getting a PO box address, which has now gone live. There's an address in the description below, so if you want to send me stuff to talk about, show and tell, old car number plates, letters, postcards, bits of junk out your garage that you want gone and you can't be bothered to take it to the tip, post it to my PO box address and I'll talk about it in the Q&A, mail time kind of a thing, which people seem to quite like. So, well, some people hate, but if you don't like it, then I'll stick at the end. You can just turn off and go watch something else. In fact, a couple of things have already turned up for mail time. So the number 2, which I'm going to record in a couple of days and put out next weekend, that will be an exciting something to look at and talk about. So yay, exciting stuff, good times. Right, okay, I'll stop whiffling on. As I say, bear with me because this was the first one, so I hadn't really got the format sorted out yet. We hadn't got any kind of audience interaction because I didn't tell people it was going to happen, because that would smack of planning, and you know no planning happens here. Before I do go though, I will say there hasn't been much tinkering this week, partly because of this stuff that's falling out of the sky, and partly because I went away for a couple of days with the family, so wasn't here with the garage doing stuff. But yes, stuff will be explained in the video, and I hope you enjoy it. And yeah, if you want to see the next one before next month, then sign up as a Patreon or a channel member. Again, links in the description, and you'll see the next episode with stuff happening in just a few days. Enjoy. Oh, God, this camera is surprisingly heavy. Now, one other thing which I'm going to be doing is chucking in behind the scenes Easter eggs and stuff, so when things went wrong in filming, that kind of stuff. If it does go wrong, which I'm sure it will do because this is me, and there's one Easter egg I was going to chuck in to the next video for the members, but because there's not a great deal going on in the first one, I'll throw it in now. Enjoy. Hello, welcome to Furious Driving Patreons and channel members, and a big thank you to everyone who is a Patreon and channel member, because you guys really do keep this thing going so much more than just sort of relying on YouTube alone. This is a new thing I think I'm going to start trying to do. So at the beginning of the month I'm going to try and make it a regular thing. We do a live chat, and so Friday, Saturday, Sunday or something at the beginning of the month, and then at the end of the month, which is now, we'll do a private recorded thing for Patreons and channel members, which is giving a little bit of a heads up what's going on, what's coming up, so you get a little bit of a sneak preview as to what's going to be happening on the channel in the next few weeks. And then I think what I'll probably do is I'll set that to live for non-channel members about a month later, so as you see the next one, they'll see the last one, or everyone else will see the last one. I think that's the plan going forward. Whether I manage to stick to it or not, who knows? But you know, coming into winter time, well, we're going to be bad weather. I mean, today I'm meant to be out filming this car that I'm sat in right now, which you hopefully will have seen, or hopefully be seeing on Monday if all goes to plan. So a bit of a sneak preview straight away. You've seen the lovely little Alfa Romeo badge there. It's probably a clue as to what I'm sat in right now, because that is something I'm hoping to make more of a much bigger thing. The modern Mondays, the new reviews, but it's just, yeah, as with everything else, it's finding cars, keeping them rolling. But you know, hopefully as the channel grows, that will be easier to get newer cars. The sun's coming out, so maybe I can finish filming this review this afternoon. There may be some weird continuity on that particular review, because I started filming it a day or two ago in beautiful sunshine, wasn't able to finish, thought I'd go back the next day, and it's rained constantly ever since, so it may be some very strange continuity in that video. Anyway, first of all, I want to say a huge thank you to everyone who has been a channel supporter, because you guys may have noticed over the last few weeks that the old Rode Wireless Go microphone has been getting more and more crackly, and I think it's actually the interface to join between the microphone cable and the transmitter. So as I move around, it's not the thing rustling on my shirt, it's the wire crackling. So I have now splashed out and bought this new Sennheiser set, which one of you fine gentlemen has said is a very good thing, because Sennheiser is like an industry standard. Rode is becoming quite an industry standard as well. Unfortunately, mine had been broken, snapped. I'll put a little picture up right now, sort of showing how I've had to repair it with Araldite. I've glued the hot shoe on it 3 times so far. The Rode does have a built-in microphone, so I can use it just clipped on my t-shirt, running around the driveway without getting wires snagged. But the quality of this with the lavalier mic should be superior. The reason I didn't go for another Rode one is literally they've just sold out everywhere. I could not find one for love nor money at all. Even on Amazon, where they promised to have them the next day, they're still, say, a week away or 2 weeks away, 5 weeks away. You can actually delve into it because no one's got any. So this little Sennheiser thing is a new product from them. So hopefully that'll turn out to be really good. This is about £210 for this, which actually includes the microphone. So technically it's cheaper than the Rode, because the Rode is only the transmitter receiver. You have to buy the lavalier mic separately, which I did, so I can still use a lav mic. But this doesn't have a microphone built in, so yeah, swings and roundabouts, but it means I've got a spare set now, which is nice. So yes, what else is going on? Let's have a little talk through the cars, the plans, the projects. So first of all, you've seen this little secret reveal here. The Rover Coupe, you might be able to see at the corner of this window right now, I had to take the new alloys off it again, because the second-hand tyres that were on it, it turned out were beyond dangerous. I thought they were a bit iffy. I wasn't going to take them too far. I did try one very short journey in it just to sort of see how I got on, and I made it as far as the end of the road before I decided they were just too tired, those tyres. So I'm now going to refurbish those wheels myself. There'll be a refurb video coming up on that soon, and I've got a new set of tyres on order to go on as soon as those wheels are done. What else have we got going? Oh, the Rover convertible. You will be seeing a video on that very shortly indeed, because it works again. Can you believe it? That damn thing actually runs once more. I had to spend quite a lot of money on that one yet again. I haven't put the video up yet because I'm still waiting on more parts to come in the post to complete the job. I've got the thing running, but I haven't actually finished the job because, you know, stuff in the post is always in the post. But that's exciting. That means that can soon have an MOT, and that's very, very good indeed. When I was out ordering expensive parts for the Rover, I mean, shockingly expensive actually, more than I spent on the car for the thing to get it going again. I ordered a new set of brake flexi hoses for the Mercedes, so that is also very, very, very soon going to be happening. That will be mobile, so it will start and stop again, which will be a significant thing. I'm not going to delve in straight away and replace everything because I don't know what else is broken. Once I've got some flexi hoses on it, I'll put some fluid in the system and find out whether I need to do the brake servo, the brake master, the brake cylinders, not cylinders, sorry, the calipers. I suspect I might have to do everything. I'm certainly going to do discs and pads on it. That's kind of a given. But whether I have to do all the other hydraulic areas or not, we'll wait and see. White Rover 2000, I'm running through all the things that people keep asking me on comments, what's happened to ... The Alpha, quite excitingly, here's a little picture of a parts run I did in the grey Mercedes the other day. You might have seen this on Instagram if you follow me on FD Tweets on Twitter, and I think it's just Furious Driving on Instagram, I can't remember. But I did find some big chunks of metal which will fit into that car, and hopefully, fingers crossed, will make it work. We are waiting on the garage because the garage has just been overwhelmed because he does kind of regular servicing and stuff like that, and people aren't going abroad. He suddenly had hundreds of people, customers coming out the woodwork saying, I'm going on holiday next week and I'm driving, I need my car serviced right now, or I need the brakes right now. And so he's just tearing his hair out trying to get everything done. So the Alpha has fallen to the back of his queue. But it's in the queue, and I've left these big chunks of metal with him, so fingers crossed that will make the car not rusty and solid and safe. So hopefully we'll see that again soon. The Volvo you will not have seen apart from a little tiny insert when I went and started it the other day. I've not been using it. Too many cars taxed, so or too many cars to tax, I should say. So it's just been parked on Sawn, saving a bit of money while I'm not putting miles on it. I think I will tax it in October, which is next week. Give it a month of use before the winter comes at the very least. So nothing's really happened to that. I do still need to go and get new tails. It's just trim details on it really. I need to sort out the little kind of hole in the back floor that was now MOT advisory, but I just parked up ever since away from the welder. So once it's taxed, I can bring it back here, sort that. I'll probably underseal it, and then it'll be good for the winter. The Mini is still taxed, but I haven't used it in a couple of weeks. I need to still send the radio off and get that recoded, but that's the only thing really wrong with that. So the Mini just needs a bit of use again, so that's not really doing anything. The White Rover, there's an ongoing story with the engine mounts on that car, and I think I'm going to have to do the best bodge I can to make that back on the road, because it's been sat for weeks while I had some parts which weren't quite right. Finding replacement parts is proving quite tricky and expensive for parts which may not even fit, so there will be I'm not going to call it a bodge, a workaround. There'll be a workaround to get the engine mount sorted and that car sorted out, and I'll get that done very soon indeed, hopefully so I got a bit of a cold this week. Not the big cold, just a regular. School's started again, so it's a regular cold. That will be back on the road again, get some miles on that before the winter closes in, hopefully. And the Black Rover, the V8, which people have asked about as well. That one, I am actually talking to someone about getting an exhaust made for that car, because I don't want to have to fit the manifolds and exhaust and everything just to get the car started for once, and then drive it immediately straight around to have a new exhaust made up, because the 3.5 litre exhaust is way too small and restrictive for that 4.6. So I'm looking at getting someone just to make an exhaust for me straight off the bat, and that will actually might be quite a good thing. So potentially, as the car's virtually ready to go, apart from, well, basically that and the power steering, I think, might as well get them to just we can do a test fire, the first start in the workshop, and then any other problems that arise, we can just have it all sorted out with mechanics, experts and parts and tools all there, and get the thing, and maybe even drive it home from the workshop. That would be quite exciting. Have I forgotten any cars? I don't think I have. I think that's pretty much everything. So that's the plans for the cars in the fleet in the coming weeks and months at the moment as it stands. I mean, obviously things are likely to change, who knows. I'm trying hard not to buy any more cars, because obviously I don't need any more, I've got quite a lot as it is. But there was always tempting stuff out there, just finding places to put them and pay for them as well. But we always find a way, don't we? In terms of other videos, who knows? I mean, the Fiesta was very popular. That was a completely unexpected thing. Someone just rang me up and said, could I get the car going for them? So that turned into a tiny 2-car video series. So if anything else like that happens, then we'll have some unexpected interlopers coming onto the driveway as well, who knows. But yeah, so the Modern Mondays I'm hoping to step up over winter time. We're trying to stock up the cupboard full of classic drives for the winter as well at the moment, so trying to get a few more videos shot for that. I'm also thinking about doing like a PO box thing, so if people want to send me stuff to talk about on these little chats, we can do that as well, a bit like a mail time. It's something I've been thinking about for a while, because people often want to send me things. Obviously don't want to give home address out on the internet, because, you know, you never know when it might get into the wrong hands. Most people are very lovely and trustworthy and absolutely fantastic, and I've had some really friendly people sending me some good stuff to help me out, but it's always a bit, oh, do I, don't I? So yeah, looking at getting a PO box. So yeah, we could do like a proper mail time type thing once a month as part of these videos as well. That might be quite fun. That most of the questions I get asked about on the channel tend to be about what's happening with the cars, what's happening with the projects, because there's so many I sort of struggle to stay on top of them. Hopefully that has answered most of the questions that have come in. But if any more questions people want to ask, then send them in to bodyintheboot@gmail.com. If you're watching this a month later on the Patreon/channel member version, out in public, then yeah, send them to the email address, because I do get messages on Facebook and Instagram as well. I'll be honest, I struggle to find them because I don't see them for a week or two, because you have to remember to open the app, which I don't always do, and then it's generally hidden behind other menus, and if I'm in a hurry I will skim over them, whereas if I see it in the email I will at least see it. Even if I don't answer it for a week, I will have seen it and I'll be aware of it. Because quite often with Instagram I'll see a message a month later and go, oh, I probably should have answered that. Right, what time is it? Oh, closing in on Potmaster. I need to go and brew a pot of coffee in a minute. Then I can hopefully, after Potmaster, the weather will have cleared enough for me to go and finish doing the video on this car, which is, I have to say, little sneak preview, it's fantastic. Wish I had a manual gearbox, but other than that, it's fantastic. I think I've covered pretty much everything for a first inaugural chat to the world in this particular format. If you have any questions, then do drop me an email. If you have any suggestions for cars you think would be good for the channel, then drop me an email. And likewise, if you have a car you think I should be driving, then again, drop me an email and I'll hopefully be able to try and get down to you. I'm trying to avoid travel too far at the moment just because of hotels and restrictions and wherever else. I'm just trying to avoid that kind of stuff. But yeah, that will very much be back on again as soon as possible. Yeah, I think that's pretty much everything for today. It's a short and sweet one to get us going. Any questions, any comments, just email as usual. Nice to talk to you all, and I'll hopefully see you again soon.